Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Jesus. Before we get into this is a unique video today. This is the second video log of talking about my journey towards becoming a digital nomad in this video, and I'm going to be reacting, and you can watch me react to that video in this video. Okay, alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's watch. Okay, so I'm in a hostel in Canberra in Australia.
I woke up today like I do every day, with the understanding that everything I know will eventually meet its end. Everything I own, every friend I have, everything around me is temporary. We are only passing by. We are the blink of an eye.
I just scoffed that whole cookie before turning round.
But how do we give meaning to something so short-lived? Where does our value truly reside?
Okay, so 6 months ago I shared with you a video, and I shared with you a video about me pursuing a digital nomad lifestyle. Since that video...
Okay, so yeah, 6 months ago I shared with you the very first video of becoming a digital nomad, and I'll link it here. You can definitely watch that one. So essentially what I'm doing here is I've just been traveling in Australia for 6 months at this point, and I wanted to update you guys on my progress towards becoming a digital nomad. So that's how I opened this video, was basically telling you guys that I'm 6 months on from my very first video telling you I'm going to become a digital nomad and the progress, while for some reason putting a ton of cookies in my mouth. Okay.
I've travelled over 17,000 kilometres. I went from Aberdeen in Scotland to Canberra, Australia, and I've travelled all down the east coast of Australia, and it's been an epic journey. It's been so cool. I've loved every minute of it. This is also my first ever solo backpacking trip in my entire life. I chose to focus on the travel side of things more than the digital nomad side of things because for the past 7 years I've been working in a supermarket. I started off as a shelf stacker, worked my way up over 7 years to become a store manager, managing over 100 people, and that was probably the most stressful time in my life. And the thought of leaving that and going straight on into work while I'm traveling just didn't sit right with me. You will know that I'm stubborn.
Okay, so what I've just discussed here is how I've never been backpacking before. All I've done is went on holidays with family, or yeah, just family. So I've only been on holidays with family, and that's usually lasted for like a 1 week holiday to Spain, or a 2 week holiday to somewhere else. And I've never been traveling on my own as a solo backpacker, having to rely on like cheap food, cheap flights, cheap accommodation, you know, having to find all of that and survive while trying to see everything that you want to see and experience everything you want to experience. I've never done that. So before I did do that, I was working for 7 years in a supermarket. So working for 7 years in a supermarket, starting when I was 17, and starting as a colleague, as an associate, and then working my way up over 7 years to become a manager of my own store with over 100 employees. Yeah, it was very stressful, and it was also the turning point when I got promoted to a store manager. It was a sharp realization that my life was becoming so serious, and I'd never traveled before, and so I was in a pretty serious relationship at the time. I was engaged and everything like that, and so I had to make a choice. Do I want to continue down this path, or do I want to just destroy my life as it was in the hopes of creating a life that I had dreamed of and I had hoped that I could build for myself, not knowing just how difficult that would be until I was on the road trying to build that. So that's kind of like what that was about.
So I decided, no, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna go down the East Coast, have some fun. Damn it.
Telephone.
Dixon Central, how can I help? Are you standing on the stairs? Yeah. I'll come out and see you.
And then you see me on the CCTV.
Okay, I'm back. I had to deal with that customer there. Where was I? I'm not going to go into why I chose to focus, like, there was other reasons why I've chose to focus on the travel side of things than the digital nomad side of things to start with, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. I will cover that in the next video.
Alright, so for those of you that have been following my channel from the very beginning, I chose to become a digital nomad. But when I got to Australia, it was so difficult to actually focus and get shit done. It was super difficult. People are always wanting to go and travel. You want to go and travel. People are always wanting to do things with you, and it's just like, oh, it's so difficult. Finding a quiet place to film, a quiet place to study, other than libraries and stuff like that, reliable Wi-Fi, you know, it's very, very tough to do, very tough to do. And so, you know, going through all that for a year has made me a much better person in terms of, you know, being able to find reliable Wi-Fi, being able to find cheap places to stay, being able to really manage the whole I'm becoming a digital nomad thing a lot better, so that I can eventually become a digital nomad. That makes sense. So yeah, the distractions of traveling definitely you know, take you off course when you're becoming a digital nomad, if you've chosen to become a digital nomad while you're traveling. So let's get back.
Oh, hello. Back again. Essentially, backpacking down Australia's East Coast allowed me to de-stress and just be able to have some free time to think about what it is that I want to do for work as a digital nomad, and it allowed me to just think. It allows me to just...
Yeah, it allowed me to just think. So yes, I was distracted, but you know, being able to just go with the flow, get distracted, do your own thing, I was able to figure out my place in the digital nomad world much better. I wasn't fully, but I was able to know what I didn't want to do and what I did want to do. So at that time I wanted to pursue video editing, and I wanted to pursue, yeah, that was it, I think, freelance video editing at that time. That's what I wanted to pursue. And so if I hadn't just went with the flow, got lost, got distracted, then I wouldn't have went and made all these travel videos and realized that I liked video editing. So
get things in order. So the time has now come.
But they're at the surface level. To really understand the idea, the concept of being happy, we need to dig deeper. We need to look to purpose. Because without...
Yeah, we need to look to purpose. Like, I said this in my previous video, and I'll link it here. You know, the only way that you can be truly fulfilled is if you find purpose in your life. You're doing things that you want to do in your life that make you happy. You're not stuck in a job that you don't like. You've took yourself and given yourself the opportunity to live a more free life. You can like, just imagine being able to work around your hobbies and your passions. You know, imagine developing your hobby into a business and you do that full time and it's your hobby. You know, these things are coming so quickly and they're becoming more available to everyone. And you know, I'm at that point right now where I'm still not 100% sure what my hobby is or what my passion is, but I'm finding it every day. I'm trying new things. I've got a hitchhike coming with a YouTuber in August. You know, I've got another country that I'm going to go to an event to after that, and I'm just trying new things. I'm networking, I'm learning, I'm studying web development. You know, all these things are gonna get me closer to my passion and my purpose in life. And then when I find that, boom, I'll turn that into a business.
Without that, we have nothing. There are things in life that elevate you to another level, that when engaged in them, you don't realize that time is passing by. They motivate, they drive you, and embracing them is like walking into a dark auditorium and flipping on a light switch. Suddenly, gray starts to fade away, and what's important makes itself known. And this is everything, because if we live life right, one will be all we'll ever need. It's a roller coaster ride, a burst of adrenaline, an experience to remember. That's what we are. And you have the ability to put aside anything that prevents you from capturing that, from being what your heart tells you to be, from going wherever your soul takes you. Purpose is the sun around which everything else revolves, the big bang that starts everything. It creates your universe. The most important thing you can do with your time is make the most of it. Not waste it pursuing the things that
the time has now come, and I am now ready to direct the content on this channel to focusing more on the digital nomad side of stuff. 6 months ago, I mentioned that I was going to be pursuing the digital nomad lifestyle, that I was wanting to work online. Today, my website is in its final stages. I'm halfway through my first blog. I'm also...
Yeah, my website has changed about 1 million times along with my content. This is the difficulty, guys, of trying to find what you want to do. Things change a lot, and then it slows down, and eventually you get to where you want to be, you know what you want to do, and then your content stays the same. But you've got to go through all those ups and downs, finding out what you think you liked and then realizing that you don't, and then having to change and
learning how to blog as I do it. I'm also learning how to write newsletters and practicing writing, and I'm also thinking of ideas of what to write in the newsletters. I made my first practice ebook and I shared it with you guys on Facebook, and I've uploaded over 70 videos to YouTube and spent time practicing my social media management skills, because I've got social media and I'm posting all the time. This is allowing me to understand what social media management is, and I'm learning from other people who have more experience than me in it as well. So I've done a lot in 6 months. I think I'm hitting the ground running now. I've allowed myself the time to take this at a nice pace, and I've built somewhat of a foundation that I can now work from going forward. 6 months ago, in that video, I'm choosing to become a digital nomad, I also mentioned to you towards the end of that video that I was looking to help you combine work and travel. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. From here on out, my goal, my purpose, my mission is to show you guys and to help you guys discover how you can combine work and travel through hints, tips, cool stories, cool videos, my experiences, all that kind of stuff. This is what the content is primarily going to be focused on. I'm still going to be travel vlogging, but it's going to...
Okay, so helping you to combine work and travel. That's kind of like where I went. And essentially, one thing that you'll notice is that I have done a lot and tried to squeeze a lot in when what I should have done is just focused on one thing, learn one thing, and get good at that one thing, and show you guys how I did that one thing. It keeps it simple, and it keeps me focused, and it keeps me from not getting overwhelmed and overworked. And I think that's super important if you're wanting to document your journey, is don't try and do everything. Don't try and do social media, YouTube, website, blogging. Like, don't try and do everything. Just focus on one thing, get good at that one thing, and then it's going to be so much easier, and it'll get you to where you want to be a lot quicker. And then when you get to that milestone, then you can take on something else and learn that. And this is basically what you're seeing here, is I'm there 6 months on trying to learn all this stuff, document all this stuff, and it didn't work. And now what you'll find I'm doing is I'm studying web development, and that's it. That's all I'm doing, studying web development, getting good at that. And then after I've done web development, I'm going to take an online course in social media management. And, doing it little by little. All right. So I've learned from that mistake, and I want you not to make that mistake, And yeah, if you do make that mistake, you'll know what I mean.
Be in a way that focuses more on helping you to discover how to combine work and travel through my experiences pursuing the digital nomad lifestyle. There is also another element to this journey that I'm going to be introducing to you guys, and that's going to be in an upcoming video. I'm not going to say what it is just now, but you've got a digital nomad, but you've also got something else, and that something else is what every single person starts out as before they become a digital nomad, and I'm going to be touching on that over the next few videos. So make sure that you stick around for those, because you don't want to miss them. From here on out, I'm going to be working towards becoming a full-time blogger and a full-time videographer as my first major step in pursuing the digital nomad lifestyle. So this whole thing is for people like you who are looking to become motivated and inspired to living this lifestyle. A lot of the people on this channel, I've noticed, are looking to do this lifestyle. So I want to be able to provide you with the tools that you need in order to successfully get or start the digital nomad lifestyle.
And another thing, don't try and help other people if you've not got to where you want to either. This is essentially what I was doing here. I thought that I was in a position to help when I wasn't, I'm in a much better place to help now, but back then, which was over a year ago, I wasn't. So, that's another thing that I'm trying to do on top of everything else. So yeah, it doesn't work. Alright, so there you have it. This is the new direction for This Is Cal's life. It's going to be an adventure, it's going to be awesome, and I'm finally going to be nailing down on the digital nomad side of stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What have you guys thought about the last 6 months, and what do you expect now going forward from myself? What do you want to see? What content do you want me to make? What would you be interested in? I already have ideas of what I'm going to be doing, but it'll be awesome to hear from you guys, and you never know, you might get a feature on this vlog or my new blog. So the website should be out in the next few weeks. Right now I'm focusing on building up my blogs, because I don't want to release the website and you guys not have anything tangible to do on it. So I'm working on building it up and beefing it up first before I release it. So yeah, it should be interesting. So I think there's somebody coming to check in, so I better go. So remember, the world's at your feet, go and explore, try not to get lost, and I'll see you at the next vlog. That was an amazing place. That's Port
Are you ready? for the next level?
No.
What are you going to do with the time you have left?
Study. That's what I'm gonna do. Study with the time I have left. Learn what I need to learn. And document. Document my progress. I wish I could go back there. Finished! Alright. So, that was essentially over a year ago that I made that video, and a lot has changed since then. I've traveled in New Zealand and I'm now in Canada. So, you know, one of the biggest learning curves that I've learned is to, you know, focus on one thing to learn, study that, get good at that, and then, you know, build up experience in that thing. So whether it's work experience or life experience or whatever it is in that thing. So for me, I'm studying web development, and once I've got that, I'm going to try and build up some small gigs to gain some practical experience working with other people doing web development. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but you know, I'm enjoying it so far, so I have high hopes. And then the other thing is documenting. So you know, when you're documenting your journey, for me, I always tend to document something important when it comes, you know. So if something comes to me that's important, then I'll just stop what I'm doing, document it right there and then, because if I leave it, then I'll regret it and I'll never do it. If something enters my mind, then I'll document it, or if it's not enough to document, I'll make a note of everything that I think, and then I'll compile it together into one video, and then that way it's always going to be there. So it's, you know, if you want to hear more about, you know, documenting your story, or other ways I document my story, then just let me know and I'll gladly help by making another video on that topic. But I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and if you want to see any more reactions from my other videos, let me know. Let me know what video you want to see a reaction from in the comments, you know. Let me know and I'll see what I can do. I'll try my best to, you know, do a reaction for you. And yeah, that's basically it. Remember, hit the subscribe button and also click the bell next to the subscribe button so that when I release the video, you get notified so you don't miss it. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and in the next video, I'm going to be doing a photo shoot with Forrest Stevens for our upcoming hitchhike. So you don't want to miss that. And I'll see you then.